Division 1 player, but I gotta think this is a comfort thing. We, of course, plays micro heroes in general, specifically Visage too. I assume he'll...
So Earthspell players have to be some of the most abused players in the entire game, but they persevere.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up with Vita, so I'm glad you did with the whole rolling boulder. 4-second cooldown on what essentially is a 1-second stun, but making the most out of it as he spams those raises. So all three CS favoring Chaos right now when it comes to their cores, at least in the laning phase. We at the bottom lane, Grave Chill, he'll just run away as Rear did go in with that rolling boulder. Tim's return though. Icarus dive, he's gonna be fine, and now Rear's in the face of Visage. Boulder up in 2 seconds. He's doing some good damage. Throws out the boulder smash and the roll for the first blood.
Oracle just now purging the SF with Fortune's End. There's so many things, like so many slows, like I said, that would be so useful to dispel if you had Greaves, but he's gonna stick with this while the rest of his team pushes. Weeha and Tavo head up to the top lane and just chunk it down.
Maybe they just figure they can get away with this in the sense that they don't need it because this is somewhat of a greedier draft from TNC, and yeah, Tim's is doing everything he can to survive right here as the Icarus dives away after the toss in, but now he wants to fight because the roll in from right here, he actually gets a nice magnetize off. They will lose Tiny in the back lines, and the chase continues. Weeha throwing a familiar to the north, but they want the real hero. They want Visage, and Visage is going to be killed off as well. So ultimately ends up being a great response.
Yeah, it's always so stressful as a Phoenix to have to use those early supernovas into an enemy team, because really everyone just needs to turn at you and attack once, and then your egg is basically dead at level 6. So you can do it and be like, guys, go away, I'm using my supernova, but it's more of a bluff because you can't really get too close to them. And they take off every single, they take off the tier 1 mid, tier 1 top, immediately head into Roche. So Chaos has a plan. I can't imagine that things are going that far off, so I guess this is just the plan. Let Shadow Fiend get some damage with them so you can have someone to right click, but Reor wants to challenge it.
He wants to. They didn't have a medallion yet either, so it's taking a little bit longer than maybe expected. Anyway, Supernova not going to happen because it's still on cooldown. Requiem did go off though. Reor's still in the middle of it. However, Magnetize will spread out. False promise to use on himself by Misery, so he will not be able to save a teammate now. He does fully heal and it wears off. Nobody ends up dying because of how the fight played out right here, and we're not even done just yet though. Gabby's in the middle of the motion pit. What is he doing right here? He has Sunder. He's in a bad spot though. He's got Shallow Grave to kind of back him up, so he's chasing after somebody. Armel gonna meld up. They do not have vision currently. They're just gonna have to run away, so Armel will be fine. The team support, I can't believe this fight's been going on for nearly a minute, it feels like, and still no hero kills.
But TNC are respecting it, and they're not just sitting back in their base being like, nah, it's fine, we got late game, just wait until late game.
Roshan defense here. By the way, welcome to those watching on the stream. We finally got things going right here. They were having some technical issues on their side, but it looks like we got the connection taken care of, and we should be good to go now. So if you haven't been watching in game, well, we'll catch you up perhaps after this fight, because we're only 23 minutes in, but right now, big. This would be a second Roshan. Tim's, he has a supernova file. Can he get it off in time? Just tossed him. He was not ready for that. He has a buyback though. He'll be coming back right away. So I mean, they know the supernova is ready, and yeah, they're gonna have to be a little careful now.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't panic cast it. You can definitely get the cast animation off between avalanche stuns, but there's no point if every single hero is looking at you. And again, he's only level 12. He just did level 12, so it's not going to take that many attacks. But they're contesting it, and Armel is a hero that can definitely contest it, assuming he doesn't get dashed.
Yeah, that's a bit awkward. It's not the easiest necessarily still. So Terrorblade even goes in there. Metaforms in 3 seconds. Does have the BKB ready to go as well. Avalanche already used. Warrior, he's going to go in, put the magnetize up. Then Aegis is going to be taken by Armel as well. It's going to the Roshan on top. That's a good start for the Dire team right now. As Metamorph sets up with the BKB, they take out Tiny, toss away. Not going to be enough. Phoenix still going forward. Shadow Fiend's like, I got to get the hell on out of here. He'll TP away, but Tavo, is it going to be the same? Probably not. The Sprout protecting as much as he can. The Crimson Guard only so much. He will go down though, and he's dead for 40 seconds.
And Chaos were fairly low, and all of that combat was happening at the Roche pit, and so by the time they finally approached tier 3, most of Chaos was already respawning.
They're going for that racks. They're going to force what would be another buyback in this game on TA. At least that's the idea. She's still,
I think it's worth
seconds.
it. I think she should do it. I don't think they should let this racks go.
Well, maybe down because they're initiating the supernova run for Misfit. No, never mind. Not going to be casted off. In fact, down goes Phoenix. He could not get it off. He has no buyback, remember. He's out for 70, and they are not buying back on TA either. In fact, BKB from Terrorblade committed. He doesn't have Metamorphosis, though, so maybe that's the ultimate reason. But then why even try to take the fight at that point? Oh, King Ardea looked like he was going for a toss attempt. Not going to happen, however. But they get the racks, and they're going to the top lane now. So it seems like the decision-making, they're not all on the same page for TNC. And this is going to snowball quickly. And this is what this lineup has potential to do here on the Radiant.
Do you mean to tell me that their stand-in may not be communicating as well?
It's possible. Well, he's going to go in right here and put the Magnetize out, but he's out for 70 now. They do kill Shadow Fiend at least. Finler is stunning. Trying to go for retreat mode now from Chaos. Again, they got the melee racks top even, so Misery is like, all right, fine, kill me. We got what we want, and we're going to get the hell on out of here now. Yes.
Because there is really no right answer. It just feels like which is the least wrong answer. Like, Gabby wants to
It's like, all right, let's go. Just pops Reflection in the face. And he's just going to do the whole, I'm going to run at you strategy. HFN trying his best to get away. Already popped the Guardian Craze. He's being locked down. They're going to go for the Requiem. It's about to be KB. He does get a Requiem off. That's damage mitigation, remember, as well as damage. Misery went down by the way. He could get off the False Promise. And they lose the Shadow Fiend for 70 seconds. He's staying dead as well. 2 are staying dead in total. And TNC, they want more. They're going to go for King RD. They're going to get King RD. That is 3 dead.
with no buyback.
The hoorah going on their side. Well, that can only go so far. I mean, win percentage right now, 18% for them. Definitely makes sense. But, I mean, there's still a chance with that said. In fact, Gabby, okay, they don't actually see him. He is Invis. That's the Sentry Ward on the dire side. They go for Rayer, but now Gabby's going to open. Shallow Grave versus Spirit. Gonna see him for now. There's the Reflection. Here comes Icarus done. No follow-up with Supernova just as he has it ready to go, though. Buyback from her sprint immediately. Supernova, pretty bad placement because they're just gonna right-click it down, actually. And now Phoenix is dead, so he has a buyback, but of course no threat of the Supernova. Shadow good for the last second, and there's that swap we're talking about with the Sunder for Gabby, so he's back to full life. We have a very spread fight here. Pouring in from Nature's Prophet, trying to save Night Off with the Centaur from Weeha as well. That Maiko continuing to come into play. The Forest half away on top of that. Is it gonna be enough to save them with that half-life? Buyback from Dazzle, even these familiars ton. They're all over the place, locking them down forever, but it's still simply put is not enough. Is that a TNC, which, yes, is not impossible, but that's what they're going to be relying on, and we'll see if they get that up here at the top lane. As here's that push now with Terrorblade. King RD, all right, gotta go now. Avalanche, toss in. Not much follow-up, though, to simply try to stall. The tier 3's already dead. Icarus dive forward. Supernova is ready, but choosing not to use it there. Topo's trying to flank somewhat, but there's the racks, and there they go. Just like that, they fall to pieces in the backline. Supernova's going to be committed because Topo trying to flank them, but now he's on to run away with Wee and everyone else. Swap play from Gab on the Sunder, and Wee just cannot get away. The stickiness of that Eye of Scotty. Triple buyback. They're doing what they can. They know this is the beginning of the end. It looks like TNC potentially going to be taking game number 1 here unless some insane last stand from Chaos.
Nature's Prophet, go make a quick base race play. Oh wait, your items can't do it. These auras are looking real pretty though. They're not taking that much damage and they're all grouped up like this, but I think you'd rather be dealing damage, not mitigating damage if you're Chaos right now.
Yeah, it's not much they can do. Again, their damage output is not nearly enough of a threat. Gabby, another Sunder. I almost thought he had a 25 talent, but no, it's just the natural Sunder cooldown. Fast enough, though. We have False Promise. We'll save him for now, and probably should stay alive in the end. In fact, Shallow Cave also saving the Earth Grid on the other side, and
they are death pushing. It's up against Mega Creeps, and they're proceeding.
Like I said, gotta go Olin at this point. Shadow Fiend, man, he's had the same items for a while now, too. They've been not able to progress. Okay, well, they killed TA, so she has a buyback at least.
And they get a Scythe on Tim's.
Tim's, Supernova, and it's going to commit to it. Will they be able to kill it off? They're having trouble with it for the time being. Requiem does go off, though, too, and Supernova does not go off in time. They do kill Phoenix. Out for 100 seconds. TA bought back, though. Now RML back into the fight. False Promise of Misery. I don't think he's living through that. Just too many right clicks. Ninja Boogie. Shallow Grave will save him, though. Buyback from Oracle, but he's going to be so far away, and that will be it. GG is called. So, Chaos, they created it there in that fight. They gave themselves what seemed like a double, but quickly closed by TNC, and they do secure game 1. And what a swinging game, man. It's that's what I kind of expected in this series, though. Really, just you never know who truly is
around with these little like chip damage things and play around it, but that's not the case here. And it's not like TNC have to burn through like a high HP hero like DK first.
Bottom lane, PA gonna body out Topo quite a bit. In fact, it is a trial lane down here. You got the Lich Grimstalk. This is deadly. This is a trial lane that will kill you, as they're gonna show right here. In fact, Topo, I mean, you're just dead. What can King RD do? It's just like, I can stay over here and Splinter Blast again in a couple seconds, but that's it. Eventually, the auto attack.
Oh, the
Salve. That's
wow.
Yeah, that was never gonna work. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, it's a solo Magnus. He has to cut the wave. And tag team is going to be quite irritating for him, but he's got skewer in case things get a little too hairy.
Yeah.
And mid lane, I don't know, man. I'm looking at these numbers right now.
Shocked that they let this get through all the way to the final pick, and they're just gonna go again. Misery, he doesn't even have snowball yet. He's still level 1, so it's yet another kill. Make it 3-0. Tabo, he's probably dead. Frost shield. He's got another dagger in 4 seconds. He's gonna blink strike in and just simply needs to cut him down. Hey, match him now, and as the levels are adding up, you do see Huskar catching up quite a bit. Doing those burning spears specifically. So it is still Kunkka on top as a 5-minute boundary wins are here though, and they're fighting for it. No surprise, ladies and gentlemen. Gabby, he's in the midst of it with
TNC
that
fighting? What?
Shocker, I know. In this series, we totally didn't expect this. They get the 1 kill on Tusk. They're gonna go for the 2nd on Tabo. Wyvern, stay away, Wyvern. You do not want to be a 3rd victim. Hunting Wyvern for a good 30 seconds up there in the trees. They finally got him, and then he cursed as middle lane, by the way. That was an RP used on Huskar. HFN push back with the inner fire, has some damage to the regen kicking in, but it is not enough. So finally the RP comes out. Eat of the Weaver, although it's some issues this game. Dragon
Look at this, Huskar is scared to jump on a Grimstroke, which, I mean, rightfully so. The entire enemy team is inside your jungle, but still, like, have we seen very many life tricks at all as now fight breaks out, RP comes out?
That he just used the ultimate. The Weaver just used the time lapse before that as well. So he's gonna try to type in as Zal got the snowball on top of that Winter's Curse, trying to save the day. They do kill Tim's right there with the Splinter Blast, but they lose Huskar in the end. So at least Weaver is able to survive. Tabo, what are you doing, buddy? Decides to go back in. I guess that's the play. Just distract a bit. X is up in a second. Kunkka choosing not to chase further, though. What's going on up here? Gabby, he jumped up. Gets the kill on a Wyvern. Now he jumps back down. Gonna kill Misery on top of that. This is a very scattered fight right now. Not sure what to think of it. Triple kill for Gabby, though. Attempting to accomplish at least. But back to the middle lane. The dagger coming out. HFN. He's keeping his distance. Or trying to, but that's the Phantom Strike for you. And he is dead. Gabby, he's in. But again, he has an Aegis. He has a BKB. He doesn't care. Tiny's gonna die. And he doesn't have a buyback on Tiny. Huskar does. But can you really even find? They need that big Winter's Curse you were mentioning earlier. But
yeah, but everyone's staying so far away from PA. They're like, God, I really don't want Gabby to kill me.
No, they're being very smart about it as Gabby just continues.
Literally both teams are just like, I hope Gabby doesn't kill me. That's the mindset of TNC and Chaos right now.
It's, you know, Blink Dagger is finished on Wyvern, so that might catch them off guard here, unless they saw it already. Either way, they are still spreading out. Yeah, it's very well played by TNC here. That's not giving them a chance for a big word, just curse. Almost that black hole presence, essentially. And yep,
the dagger.
He just curses the Kunkka. Yeah, Cold Embrace will save him at least for now. Kunkka still has a ship as well. They do kill Wyvern after the fact of RP. To thank for that, there's the combo of Grimstroke and Legend. They're just going to call it GG. TNC will dominate in game 2 here. And they do take the series 2 games to nothing. A mix of a draft, but also outplay for me in this game too, at least.
Yeah. I'd say maybe like 75% draft, 25% outplay.